Do you look down or pity less intelligent people?
I either get on with someone or I don't. I don't think intelligence has ever been the single factor that made me decide if I liked or disliked someone. If people are nice and interested in some of the things I'm interested in, I will have a conversation just fine. Heck, I don't know my IQ. We may very well have the same number. Anyone who treats you poorly because of that isn't someone who deserves respect anyway.
The guy sitting across from me right now has a good job in our union. He cleans up a kitchen, takes care of trash, cleans restrooms, etc. He is paid well for the job and the area, been here over 10 years. He has a side gig doing the same thing for a grocery store where he is paid $13.50 an hour. People in both places take advantage of his gentle nature. The admins, not union, denied his 1 week off that he asked for this summer to go hiking. That's it, 1 week. During our least busy time because they knew he would come in. There isn't enough work for us to do till the kids come back. The grocery store has hired new people for more pay, and even though we have said he needs to ask for at least that pay rate, he won't because they are nice to him and let him take time off whenever he wants to go hiking, and he does not want to ruin that relationship. So no, I don't look down on less intelligent people, but I certainly do those who take advantage of them.
I don't look down at stupidity. I do look down at willful ignorance.
I think people of all levels of intelligence or education have something to offer. Test taking is a skill. Studying is a skill. There are lots of different types of knowledge or smarts. Not everyone is book smart, and certainly not everyone is street smart. A person who has no opportunity for formal education can still learn if they want to. I think the wanting to is more important. A hunger for knowledge is an attractive trait.
Kindness, honesty and good manners are always going to be a far more important factor than whether someone is intellectually gifted. I find people that stupidly make stuff up or act rudely definitely an issue, but I do not look down on anyone, and my friendship is open to those that jive.
I am a slower thinker. Also have slower reactions. I have met many who look down on me, but I am fairly smart, just not fast. I test fairly high. Or did when I was in school. And am able to learn, etc. Near my town is a big company where many employees are engineers. They definitely made me feel looked down on. I also don't have a degree. Ah well, we can't all be brilliant. Well, it depends on what do you mean by intelligence. If I am thinking about logical thinking, etc., I don't mind it when it's about hanging out or being friends. But I must admit, in a work environment it can be difficult. I don't pity them, it just annoys me cause makes my work harder too.
IQs are not an accurate measurement of intelligence, only problem-solving skills.
I don't look down on less intelligent people, but it can be hard to connect with them. A couple things. First, IQ is a terrible indicator of actual intellect. It has well-known and documented issues with cultural bias, as well as a serious problem dealing with non-neurotypical patterns, showing them to be either a lot higher or lower than they really are. Secondly, your brain is different, and that's a good thing. It makes it harder for you to understand things that others get easily. But it also allows you to see things they struggle to. When you look at the world you see versus the word they do, you can usually find those gaps and learn what they are and how to open up parts of the world to others. It's not easy, but it is powerful and worth the effort for most. Lastly, you are a valuable human being. Whatever your intellectual level, your value is in your heart, your compassion, your understanding and support of the emotional lives of those around you. If you can do that, you are worth 10 highly intelligent assholes. I will hang out with a dumbass all the live long day before I hang out with a pretentious fake know-it-all. I care about the condition of someone's heart, not their paper IQ. Find what you are good at and enjoy and get really good at it. Know all about it. That would then make you a genius in your field. I am not even kidding. I can tell you with certainty that I have met people in life whom at first blush I deemed low IQ. Then when something happened and I was in their field of genius. And I tell you today that I was the low IQ one then. We all have something that we are good at. The other day I was at the marina, and a fisherman filleted a few fresh fish in seconds in a way that had minimal waste and minimal effort to him. It may have taken me a long time in a bath and laundry to get done what he did with a few movements. He was a genius with that knife and those fish. He also is a genius to me because he clearly knows how to navigate the very temperamental ocean. With his small fishing boat, find and catch the fish and get back to shore. I may be considered quite low IQ when asked to navigate a fishing boat of fillet knife. That guy never spoke when I was there. So there is no evidence to me one way or the other how his verbal or social skills are. Even in those he could very likely be my superior in IQ also. IQ and intelligence, my friend, is highly context specific. Put that same fisherman in my office having to do what we do there, and he may not want to be there long enough to learn how to get good at it. Would that make him less than me? No, he is still more than me. Without people like him, I do not eat. So who is the genius now? Still him. I'm an outlier on the intelligence spectrum, very high IQ. 99% on Iowa tests as a kid. Advanced classes in school. Each one of my peers smarter than the next. I'm not all that special any other way. But on this one a tribute. I hit the lottery. Here's my review. I'm nearly 50 years old now, and spent most of my young life trying to make the most out of this gifted brain I was born with. Over those years, I've made a living with my mind at times. And I've also made a living with my back at times. And you know what? Took a few decades to realize that one is not superior to the other. And that the work you do with your back often has more tangible effect. And that is worth something. So I solve puzzles a little faster, so what? That doesn't make me better than anyone. I promise you, in a room full of 100 people, I am not the most competent one at a given task. Generally speaking. Having a good brain doesn't make me happier. Doesn't make me more likable. Often the opposite, it intimidates people. Doesn't necessarily make me more likely to be successful. But you know what does actually matter? Kindness, honesty, diligence, active listening, genuinely caring about other people, valuing them, and learning from them, being a good teammate, being reliable. Happiness in this life doesn't require a giant brain. Heck, it may even be an inhibitor to happiness. There are times I wish I didn't understand things. But I understand all too well, and understanding breaks my heart. What does make a difference in this life is to have humility and a big heart. I'm very happy to converse with anyone in that room of 100 and learn something I do not know. TLDR. I'm as smart as they come, and I'm here to tell you. Your brains don't recommend you. Your heart does. I'd talk with you any day. And I guarantee there's a lot you know that I don't. Don't feel bad about it. IQ more than anything is a measure of intelligence, specifically for things we value like logic and critical thinking. That doesn't mean that it's the only way to think or the only way to measure intelligence. It doesn't measure emotional intelligence or any other type of ways of thinking. Just one very specific way. I don't know what my IQ is, but I feel like I have an above-average intelligence. As a software engineer, I'm consumed by my work. That's why my best friend is a pothead that works at a weed dispensary. He's just so relaxing and easy to be around and lets me take my mind off the higher thinking stuff. I have a feeling that I am very smart will feed of this post for weeks. It depends how much below average. I do extremely well on these tests and don't really have problems with most people. I only once met someone who made me facepalm many times. I was puzzled about how he could earn a living and just function normally. Later I discovered that it was all appearances. His parents were helping him out a lot. He was 45. We still respected him though. He was doing his best. I think people who look down on others are just lacking in emotional intelligence. You might just have to respect that it's the level that they're at. I don't look down on less academically intelligent people. There are lots of types of intelligence and I'd trade some of my, "Oh you sound so smart," in an instant against the kind that makes it easier to communicate and build relationships. I definitely don't look down on people with lower intelligence if they are kind and open-minded. Everyone has value and is deserving of respect. If you feel like you're taking long to understand something, just tell the person teaching you, "Thanks for your patience with me." The effort means a lot. And you also have self-understanding.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.